Hashtag waking up feeling like OJ. Hashtag killer swag. Hashtag how will you survive? Hashtag feeling fresh.
Honey, do you want some breakfast?
Hashtag no. Hashtag mom confessions. Hashtag good for nothing mother. Hashtag killer latte. Hashtag gotta have my Dunkin'. Hashtag murder runs on Dunkin'. Hashtag I'd kill for a latte. Hashtag no cream gonna scream. Hashtag no hard feelings. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Hashtag on way to school. Hashtag school swag. Hashtag no one needs real friends. Hashtag overrated. Hashtag Twitter friends for life. Hashtag so many retweets. Hashtag Twitter purge. Hashtag plans. Hashtag they have no idea.
No idea about what?
Hashtag they know too much.
Hey babe, it's not I was running this morning. Here's some orange juice.
Hashtag wish the goals.
Hey, I texted you last night, but you didn't respond.
Hashtag word of text. Hashtag text 879. Hashtag Twitter for life.
So you like want to go make out in the hallway?
Hashtag she thirsty. Hashtag no filter. Hashtag texting. Hashtag raw milk. Hashtag murder scene. Hashtag she wants to be. Hashtag and give us gay. Hashtag just killed my GF. Hashtag no witnesses. Hashtag too much baggage. Hashtag single Pringle. Hashtag got one less part without you. Hashtag here.
Sick, dude, can I have some of that ketchup?
Frankie.
Hashtag free food.
Frankie. Not here.
I don't know, man. He's been acting really weird, like almost like a killer.
Hashtag they knew too much. Hashtag almost done. Hashtag hot for teacher. Hashtag hot for blood.
No phones.
Hashtag last words. Hashtag lol what? Hashtag lol no. Hashtag Twitter forever. Hashtag this is for Twitter. Hashtag school's out forever.
Right.
Oh, I just saw my
Mom, I've got 2 million followers to please. Hashtag moms just don't get it.
What's up with you and all these half bags? Are you doing drugs?
There we go. I gotta go. So, catch you later.
Hashtag getting away with murder. Hashtag damn I'm good. Hashtag humble brag. Hashtag I feel good. Hashtag home sweet home.
The man they call Devin.
Hashtag guilty as charged. Hashtag better known as.
The hashtagging slasher.
Hashtag knew I was famous.
Well, dirtbag, you're under arrest.
Hashtag sorry guys. Hashtag gonna be gone for a while.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the end of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the end of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had that end of your life.